Hello. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It is the NA stream, as usual.
Yes, it is, of course, 5 o'clock p.m.
Yeah.
Central Time. We are here on twitch.tv/World of Warships.
You don't need to tell them that.
I am stuck on the promo. I'm just going to go ahead and keep plugging it over and over.
Hello, Finder Keeper. Good to see you. Hello from Canada, homegrown cowboy.
Yes.
Are you Albertan by chance?
So chat, we're here. We are playing Tier 9s. I am in the Buffalo because I am regrinding my Des Moines line because we had the Research Bureau bonus reset a couple days ago. Zui, are you grinding anything these days?
I think I did run a poll on Discord yesterday. Yesterday at the end of the workday. And I think chat has decided for me that I have to grind both Yodo and Adalbert lines at the same time. They tied.
I believe I saw a lot of comments that were sad that you omitted Yari. You have to grind that ship out somehow.
Somehow.
As in, we have to put pressure on the appropriate internal teams to get that released, and that is our struggle.
I mean, yeah. Yari is a bit of a topic, let's say, on the Discord and the Twitch chat.
Which you guys should go check out if you guys are not on our Discord. Because tomorrow, very early warning for those of us on the NA server, but at a more reasonable hour for those of us on other servers, there will be a Discord stage going over a new dev blog.
Yes, pretty exciting dev blog. I'm sure you've all seen the teaser for it. There's definitely going to be a lot of spicy content for you tomorrow. But today is today.
Today is today.
And
true words were never spoken.
Oh, nice little hit on the Algerie here.
My engine is disabled, but
it's always unfortunate. Thankfully, there's not too much of a crossfire for you to deal with here.
Where would I go anyways? I have my island. I'm plugging it like it is my waifu.
Now, Buffalo plays a little bit differently from the other ships, though, in that line. It has both the rear turrets.
Yes.
Unlike the majority of the line.
You can't just stick your nose out. You kind of have to use the whole boat. I paid for the whole boat. I'm going to use the whole boat, dang it.
Not quite good angles on the Algerie anymore, so I'll move around.
Hornet is coming in with planes again to be mean. I do not like the mean Hornet. I don't like real Hornets, to be honest. Hornets are
I haven't
nasty
had the
creatures.
misfortune of encountering one, so
They
I wouldn't know.
are vicious. You remember the murder Hornets?
I've heard about them.
Like, during COVID, there was, like, a period where the murder Hornets were brought up, and they just read the room and left. They're like, nope, things are too busy. I'm going to come back. And I think it says something that murder Hornets have better social awareness than a lot of people.
Post-buff Buffalo. Yeah, I mean, Buffalo's it's a decent little ship.
I wouldn't call this ship little. It is a...
There are larger ships in the game.
There are also significantly smaller ships in the game. Smaller ships of this tier. You've seen a Jaeger.
Yeah, that's true. Jaeger looks like it could barely float.
Gizmo or Zui, could we demonstrate how to play Cherbourg?
Well, that would require me to have one.
I have the line ground out, but I don't think I have the Cherbourg in my port right now. Nor do I have the credits to buy one.
Dwayne asks, how do you follow the shell or torp when you fire them? That is Z for you Americans out there.
I was going to say, this is the NA stream. We say Z. None of your Z nonsense. But to return to the Cherbourg question, you point your front towards the enemy. And yes, you can get overmatched through the nose by a good number of things, so it's not like you can just park and sit. You do have to keep on the move a bit. But you really don't have a reason to expose much of your side at all.
Yep. Seems to be the case for a lot of the French ships. It's kind of like on that like Richelieu lineage, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, the Dunkirk, the Richelieu, the Cherbourg, the
overturned.
Brest.
I'm gonna beach myself.
Murder Hornets. Yeah, they popped up, they saw the room, and they left.
I'm hoping this Izumo doesn't rip through my armor. Thankfully, I'm still alive.
Jean-Bart Bowin is untouchable. Jean-Bart Bowin is tough, but if you are in a Yamato, you do not care.
Yamato's definitely like the bane of the French battleship. Those 32mm exterior plating.
Well, also
Does
a
not
lot
take
of
kindly
HE
to it.
spammers, because
Yep.
32 is sort of your magic number for where you want to have your HE
Definitely,
shell.
for sure. Well, I thought this Izumo would be dead by now, but he's not, so I'll finish him off.
I'm also doing my best, but there we go. Nicely done.
Now we just have the gaggle of enemy ships behind the island.
Who's the guy that put that rock there? Fire that guy. Yeah, who did put the rock on this map?
Oh, I wish we had vision of that Agir right now. Let's see if he pops back up by the time I'm reloaded.
Just gonna try and burn him down a bit.
And I will heal out to my rightful place at the edge of the map in Roussillon.
Just get on a flank.
Very disappointing shot, actually. What happened to my salvo?
See, that's 2 fires. Knocked out his torpedo tubes. I think he DCP'd the first fire, so that hopefully that second one will stick.
That's a bit better. Still getting the overpens. Now they're all kiting away, so maybe I won't just run.
Well, they do seem to be shifting their fire to me. I don't blame them. I'm a fairly juicy target here, just being a cruiser out in the open water.
Nice little whack on the buffalo. I am not getting any citadels, but I'm just penning stuff.
You're just not getting citadels?
I'm okay with that. I'm
Just
okay with
doing
that.
damage. Let's see. Hopefully I go undetected here in 4, 3, 2.
Yeah, I'm not detected, so I think your destroyer is not out on this flank.
I don't think he is, which means there's nothing for me to radar or hydro. Looks like all the regulars are here this evening.
Yes.
I agree, Panama. See a lot of you regular faces.
Still trying to clean up this buffalo, and it's just not happening.
Nope, he's just gonna
He's just sitting there.
he's just gonna chill. He is Jay chillin', as the kids say. Do the kids say that?
Jay chilling? I'm not sure about that one.
I don't know what the kids say. I'm gonna be real with you. This is not my area of expertise.
Okay, that's a nice little hit.
Nope, and I'm dead.
Well, my next shot I should have in,
Nope.
but that
there's
leaves me
a
quite
fire.
alone out here.
Did he DCP that
Yes,
fire?
he did.
He did. I will not get the kill. My buffalo is cursed. I have not got a win with it.
That is brutal. This one is looking okay.
I think
Let's
I've
put it
had
that
5 matches. And
Hello, Hornet.
every time it's not particularly close.
Yeah, there
I
goes
even
the
run
buffalo.
multiple matches with zuiKatsu, which should be an auto win. But
I wish.
well, you were talking about how pre-stream your win rate for the past week or so
Yeah,
was
about a week.
was
It's definitely
fairly
been very
significant.
high.
That's the oldest thing anyone has ever said on the stream, and people have talked about ships from the 1700s. Ouch. Hey, wow, making me feel every bit of my age.
I forgot to correct for the parallax there. That's what happens.
Roussillon is nothing more than Monsieur Iowa? No, I would say it's just a bigger champagne.
Yeah, it definitely follows that champagne kind of archetype where you're like really thinly armored, decent bit of firepower. The French battleships, generally their shells have significantly more pen than the average shell of the same caliber. So for example, these shells on the Roussillon are 406mm, but they have the pen of much larger shells. The downside of that is that sometimes against very lightly armored cruisers and even thinly armored battleships, your shells just kind of pass through them and nothing happens.
Yes. Hello, could you please clarify when the next patch will drop? Do we have the date for
A
that
date
out
for
already?
15.4? I don't think so. Okay. So probably around there.
Yeah, I estimate May 20th for your dockyard exploits. From Pensacola through Buffalo, you have to pick the rudder mod when outfitting to dodge shots. Certainly that is useful, although I would say Buffalo would get the most use out of that. Otherwise, you really are kind of hugging an island with the American heavy cruisers.
Yeah, definitely. Like prop mod is definitely like the preferred. Okay, we got the Algerie. Me and the Yorktown combined. I would say prop mod is generally preferred for the line. Buffalo you can make a case for because it does have to wiggle to use its rear guns, but like New Orleans, Baltimore, and then Des Moines at the end, definitely I would prefer prop mod over the rudder mod.
And of course that gives you the magical dodge all the shells button with
Yes.
your S key. Hello Texas.
For the
Nice to
people
see you
who
in chat.
couldn't hear, the second event pass will end on May 20th, so expect that for the next patch.
So yes, for those of you that might have already completed your first event pass, for Golden Week, there is now a second event pass.
You do have one more week to finish this first event pass.
Thank you very much to the disembodied voice behind the camera.
Now, Roussillon is not a tanky battleship, but I found myself very close to a Scharnhorst.
Yes, although the Scharnhorst, in terms of overmatch, is among the weaker battleships.
Yeah, I'm not terribly worried about his shells, his AP shells, but the secondaries doesn't look like he's actually secondary built, so I'm not suffering those yet.
Which
but
for a
I
Scharnhorst
am
43 is rare.
I am quite toasty.
You are a roasted let's see, you're French. You're a roasted Frank.
A roasty Roussillon.
But yes, running a Scharnhorst 43 not in a secondary build is an interesting choice.
It is interesting.
Secondaries are very much that ship's strength, even more so than the regular Scharnhorst.
Yeah, but it looks like the Scharnhorst has stopped his chase, which means I should be able to go dark here and
Yes, a Roastillon.
a Roastillon. That is indeed what I am. Hopefully that shell doesn't light me on fire. And I think I'm just gonna chill for a little bit. Let the rest of the team pick up some points. We do have 2 caps to the 1. If you can see the green flag, we're right up here by the score timer. Is one of the new interface additions that shows us that indeed we will win in about 3 minutes, just under, if nothing else changes.
Yes.
And me dying is one of said changes,
Yes. Ships
which is why
dying,
I'm trying not to.
Ships getting kills, caps changing hands.
That being said, they are presenting me with a great angle here, so I will break my concealment, see if I can do anything. 12K?
Is
I'll take
Sir
it.
Snarf going to go see Masters of the Universe? Unfortunately, it looks like the Thundercats movie has been shelved. Sir Snarf, are you?
Snarf.
I think that answers that. I couldn't imagine more of a definitive stance on the issue.
There is the Citadel I was looking for. The whole game.
The whole game.
And I actually just passed that 2 million potential mark, which means I got another heal back.
Oh, you run that captain skill on
Yeah.
your Roussillon. Well, judging by the little pennant that you have there on top, you are running Abonnier, right?
Yes, the blue tracers as well is a
Also
sign of that.
Good clue.
Finally, picked up the gear.
Going to plant the seed here to
That was
have
a very
shotgunning
bold
restored
turn.
to all PvE modes, not just operations. Bots charge you too viciously.
What's the tea spilling today? It is not Fort Worth, unfortunately.
No, it is not anything to do with new ships.
We will
Shotgunning
have-
restored to all PvE modes. I don't know if that's going to be something that's on the slate,
I'm not sure about that one.
because for a lot of the PvE modes, it is sort of designed to give you the experience of, people use co-op to train for PvP modes, and being able to use completely different tactics in that mode probably wouldn't be the best practice. Columbo is getting a lobotomy. Actually, Zui, didn't you already make an announcement about what Columbo's
I
at?
have publicly said multiple times that Columbo is being buffed.
Yes, Columbo is is...
As we all know, Colombo is too weak.
Colombo is inherently underpowered. Can we get a copy pasta going?
Yeah, Colombo is inherently underpowered. All right.
All right.
Well, we got you your win in Buffalo, at
We
least.
got me to break the curse. I got a 3. I got a backwards E even.
Yeah. I didn't even realize I had 3 kills in Roussillon, but apparently I did.
But apparently you do. Colombo's a 15-second reload. Oh, that's so slow.
But did you get a dev strike?
I did not. Did you?
I did not.
Unfortunately.
No
that
dev
means,
strike.
29% of the audience is going to be disappointed.
Unfortunate. Guys, if I was playing Vermont, I probably would have. I think statistically, I'm more likely to dev strike someone than not in a Vermont.
I mean, you had a streak of about 7 battles there where you dev struck someone almost immediately.
All right.
Tell you what, why don't we jump into a brawl real quick?
Let's
'cause
do that.
We have 2v2, and it seems fitting considering there are, in fact, 2 of us.
All right. What do you plan to bring to this brawl?
I am going to bring the one scene.
One scene.
I believe that's how we pronounce it.
Now you've played the brawls a
I've
little
played
bit.
a lot of
I have
brawls.
not.
It
Are
is-
cruisers playable?
It depends on the cruiser.
Depends on the cruiser.
I had a match with the wonderful CC Lord Zath, and he was in a Wichita. I would
That
not
is a
recommend-
difficult cruiser to make work.
I would not recommend the Wichita for this, just because you need something that can take a bit of a hit, or has good torpedoes. Ideally, both.
Okay.
I have seen a lot of secondary battleships, like many brawls.
Yep.
Secondary battleships.
Secondary
seem to be the
battleships.
meta.
They're definitely the brawl kings.
But if you want to bring something, I think I see you kitting out a Congress.
That is, in fact, what I'm bringing.
That would be an interesting choice. You have enough survivability. I think you can make that work. And you have.
I'm
pretty
just
good
generally
guns.
a fan of having the improved bounce angles in brawls. So we'll see if it works.
If we run into one of the very few DDs in this brawl.
Bring Napoli for a free win. I would if I could, but it is not a tier 8.
Oh, well, they brought a Colonna, so we're going to be able to radar right through that smoke.
Yeah. Cologne is definitely a solid choice for these brawls too. Those sap secondaries, the actual damage output of them is absurd.
So I think the Colonna is going to have to be our first target. The Anhalt is dangerous, but not as dangerous as the Colonna
Yes,
secondary.
for sure. The funny thing is, Congress has a monstrous HP pool for a cruiser at tier 8, so I'm
Yeah.
actually not significantly less HP than you.
Yeah, no, it's fairly comparable to myself in a full-fledged battleship.
Bring Napoli to tier 8 brawls to win a free ban. That's probably what would happen.
If you managed to get a Napoli into this mode, I would be impressed, and then I would have to get you banned. But I would be impressed first.
Now, is Wanson is she a fast battleship?
She is
Like reasonably?
So she is fairly fast. I have a top speed of 32.5 knots.
Okay.
I believe I am running a speed flag. Yes, I am.
My top speed is 34.7, so we're right about the same speed.
Yes.
Had a lot of fun with Atlantico today. That's definitely a good pick too.
Yeah, no, that's a good one. No human being has ever bought an Anhalt. Well, I guess I am confirmed to be artificial intelligence.
It is increasingly more evidence towards that claim.
LLM. Actually, I think it's about time we revealed that the CM team, there are no humans. We are all LLMs. It was first confirmed that our good friend Baz over on the EU server was an LLM.
Yes.
Baz GPT. And now we have, both of us confirmed to be LLMs as well. Beep boop. Yeah, don't ask me how many R's are in the word strawberry. I couldn't tell you. If the car wash is 100 feet away, you should absolutely walk instead of trying to bring your car. Because why would you drive 100 feet to the car wash?
All right, I am spotted. And
Yeah,
there
you weren't
is
sure,
our
but
friend,
the beep boop sold it.
the Kelowna.
Yep. I'm gonna go ahead and immediately realize that I have HE loaded because I have not played the one scene on this computer before. That's the weird thing, is you got to go through all the formalities.
All right, he just fired and then smoked. I'm going to drive straight towards him, so that by the time his firing bloom goes down, I will hopefully have radar on him, and he's already gone. So
He's already gone.
soon TM. I'm making my way towards him.
Do you have what's your radar range on the Congress again?
I believe it's 10. Yeah, like the other large.
Do you not
cruisers.
have labels on your circles on your minimap?
No, I do not.
You do not. Oh my goodness, what are you doing?
But there he is.
Is he? I can't see. There he is.
Nice
That was
hit.
2 citadels.
I'm looking at it now, and I actually have more HP than the Kelowna.
You do. But then again, the Kelowna has fairly low HP for a battleship.
Yeah.
I'm nervous about giving this much broadside to the Anhalt, but I don't think I have a choice from the Kelowna.
I
to
think
dispose.
he's still firing HE.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised. An Anhalt, that is very much what they are good at. There he goes.
There he goes.
I'll go ahead and pop a Hydro, because I know the
Oh,
Anhalt.
we just both popped at the same time.
Well, you know, now we
Hopefully
really know.
the brawl doesn't last for that long.
Also, I believe the Anhalt's torpedoes only have a 6-kilometer range, or is it 8?
Yeah, I just knocked out rear turret.
It is
on
only
the Anhalt.
6. So, unless I continue to sail in him, well, let's see if this one has the range. If it even hits me. It might. It's looking like it's gonna maybe boop me on the nose. The forbidden boop.
Back, back. Ooh, barely dodged it. When Yari? It's a good question.
That is a good question. It makes me nervous whenever I look into chat and see me in all caps. I'm like, what did I do? Oh, it's just when Yari.
Now, I can't say that I'm terribly impressed by the guns on the Congress.
Really? Are they not the same as Alaska guns?
I
You just
think
get-
it's just a targeting thing. They're not the greatest at whacking battleships when they're well angled.
Also, this guy is using his depth charge planes on me, which you might think is harmless. And don't get me wrong, it is harmless to me. But a lot of people, just when they're, I don't know, when they're bored or whatever, they just don't have anything else to do, and they just use the depth charge planes. That is a pretty dangerous thing to do against an enemy battleship or cruiser if you already know where they are, if you're not trying to use them as a detection thing, because a lot of people run the skill that
Yes.
reduces your consumable cooldown.
That 2-point skill is so strong.
I don't
on
have it
battleships.
on this commander. I don't have it on
Okay.
my Lucians.
Yeah.
But if I did,
Well, I would wager you got the vast majority of the damage and XP there.
I got 117,000 damage.
Yep, that's definitely true.
Um,
But I take credit for the Kelowna kill, actually.
our XP was pretty close if you look at the team scores.
Oh, yeah.
79% of the audience did choose correctly that you guys were going to win that brawl. Congratulations.
And we both survived.
Yeah, I pressed one button and the Kelowna died. That's my job as radar cruiser.
Yep. You know, you did your job. You came in for the assist. Well done. Do we want to run one more before we?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Let me grab my commander back. I think I have a secondary commander, a secondary BB commander.
I say Tiger
somewhere.
Warrior. I
There he
see
is.
you. If I had Yari to give, I still wouldn't. But I don't have it to give.
That's brutal.
I hope you guys know from the bottom of my heart that Yari is beyond my reach. Wherever Yari is, I don't know.
She's in our hearts.
She's Yari lives on. Maybe the real Yari was the friends we made along the way.
It's a ploy by Big Torp Cruiser. That's true. Torp cruisers are notoriously too strong, so we need to limit them.
Yes, everyone's like Kitakami, best cruiser in the game. Best tier 10 cruiser. You see so many Kitakamis in clans. It is obscene.
Poi?
Boy,
That is not a cruiser.
But again, I don't have anything to do with Yari being developed. When You know, I saw that thread on Discord about Yari having a commander of me. As long as it's not the version that Snarf made of me with the penguin, I would be okay with that. If it's the sort of Giga Chad version looking that was in the Discord, I appreciate that one.
You paid for Kitakami and they took her away? You are one of very select few.
I am one of also those select. I was so, don't get me wrong, I've come to appreciate Atago for what it is, but when I initially got the Atago as compensation for getting my Kitakami taken away, I was livid. I was completely inconsolable for days. Valparaiso nerf confirmed? Question mark. Good question. Statement.
Nothing is confirmed.
Nothing is confirmed.
Other than that Columbo's getting buffed.
Yes, of course.
That I have personally confirmed. Decepticon
Good
flag.
ship fun when Yari. Oh, we're going back to the Yari thing. Of course, there's always more Yari.
Discuss the asymmetrics XP nerf. Generally, we try to correlate the effort and time investment into the rewards. And I don't think it's unfair for me to say that it was noticeably evident that asymmetrics was an outlier.
Yeah, it was. It was and is to an extent pretty easy to load into asymmetrics in a cruiser with high DPM or a secondary battleship, and just clean house and walk away with more than 1 million credits in 10 minutes.
Yep. So that's pretty much it. That's like what I can say about that.
And you will grind and you will like it. Well, if you would like to get resources in the game, you will have to play the game. And we want to make sure that, as zuiKatsu said, that the amount of effort it takes to get resources remains fairly consistent no matter what mode or ship you are playing.
Can I recruit here? I don't think anyone's gonna stab you for posting a join link, but
I don't think stabbing was what I had in mind, but what an ominous and particular threat you made.
I better not be any suspicious links in chat.
yeah.
Recruiting for
Had a bad experience.
Now I'm trying to keep my distance a little bit from enemies because I am the one battleship in this match who doesn't have torps.
I'm actually going to loop around fully and just go back up towards the turpits because I don't know where the other guy is.
There he is.
There he is.
Go secondaries, go.
Go gadget secondaries. Maybe I should ask a more general question. How to install standalone mods from ModHub? There is, if you have more specific questions about mods or about ModHub, there is a specific section on our Discord for that. You do have to opt into it, so right up at the top of the channel list, there is an option to choose more channels. You react with a certain role, and then you have access to more sections of the Discord. And there is one for mods and mod help. Offhand, I don't know a ton about the mod station.
Installing the mods, it does involve just like placing the mod files in the correct folder.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure if you search that up, you can find it, especially in relation to other mods. But that is a good point that it is not evident on the mod hub.
Man, I'm on fire a lot. This is like a lot of on fire. Like not even...
A little bit of on fire.
Not even... I was on fire 3 times, used my DCP, and am now on fire 3 more times.
Yeah, Brandenburg has been firing HE, so that's definitely part of it. We'll see if I can remove him.
My Torp will get him if you don't. There we
Okay.
go. And luckily I have a
Turpits.
fast DCP, so I am no longer on fire. I may just be dead. We'll see.
Here's the shot.
And I'm dead.
You are indeed dead.
With a 14% choice, Gizmo is the winner of Who Got First Blood.
Uh-huh. Oh, so little
69% of people thought the enemy team was going to get him.
Oh, it was us versus them. Oh, I thought it was just me versus zuiKatsu. Oh,
Spicy.
spicy tonight, hey chat. Yes, I got sent to Yari.
We have not announced anything about Musashi going on sale for doubloons, so I wouldn't count on it.
I wouldn't hold your breath for it. Musashi is a fairly rare ship.
I'm actually using your corpse there to block the the torpedo angle.
You know, if it works, it works. I think it is. I am honored I can, even in death, I still serve. For those of you Warhammer fans. Love me a good dreadnought.
Now, I'm chancing the turn here to hopefully still not eat torps. There's the shot. And I lived. I lived.
Musashi is a banned as F ship, not quite as banned as Nikolai. I would say I have a Nikolai. I have had it for many a year, and I have clubbed many a seal with it. Although I would say as time has gone on, it's not stupidly overpowered anymore.
There's a lot of ships. I have seen the feedback that there are ships like, for example, Smolensk, Thunderer. At one point, they were definitely problematic for the game.
Yes.
And at this point, are not.
Power creep has crept in. As it does with
I
any online
can't
game.
say we have any plans to return them, but we realize that those ships are no longer actually problematic.
Yes. Nikolai or Arkansas. Again, I have both. I love them both. I
That's
think
a good
I
question.
probably like my Nikolai more.
Yeah, Nikolai is just so consistent. I think it's about time.
I think it is
I think
time.
it's about time. Let's bring in our guest. We'll pop our headsets on.
Oh, yes. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. We've been told to vamp. Devas a blog baby. That is not what this stream is. But we have a special guest on to spill some tea about a special program.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Good
Can
evening.
you all hear our good friend,
Voodoo Popeye.
Mr. Voodoo Popeye himself?
Mr. Voodoo Popeye.
Are you all able to hear him? Let's double check here with chat. Are we all good? No.
No. No, it is not Bogsy. No, it is not Killer Bin. Oh, we can't hear. We are working on it.
Testing, testing.
Testing, testing.
Voodoo. Let's give it another go.
Hello.
He looks frozen because that is a picture as opposed to video. But
Hello.
good eye.
Yes, that is a picture of Voodoo. It isn't. He is not actually here.
I have been frozen and unfrozen for this occasion.
Yes. Welcome, Voodoo Popeye, here to talk to us about ST. So Supertest is recruiting. The academy is
Spill the
open.
tea, super
The spill
test.
the
See what we
tea.
did there, chat?
Spill the tea. I'm here to spill the tea, yes. I'm also here to shoot some ships, I believe.
Yes.
We have invited you to the div for just that occasion.
So why don't you tell us before we hop into battle here, just really quickly, what are you doing here?
Well, I have a usual joke, but it's inappropriate for the forum to answer this question, so I won't. I'll be serious
Sure.
tonight as much as I can. It's past midnight where I am. So during the day, I manage the testing programs for World of Warships PC. And tonight I'm here to, well, yeah, spill the tea or shed some light and give the audience a peek behind the curtain. The Supertest, we are recruiting for this week. It will close on the 27th. So the applications are open for Supertest Academy. This doesn't mean immediate acceptance to the testing program, but it's a great way for everyone to understand what it is and get an insight and get some training and so on and so forth. And then we'll open the recruitment. I see a question already.
Yeah.
We'll open the recruitment up as soon as the Supertest Academy is over, something like second week of March, for everyone from this academy and whoever holds the certificate from before. There are misconceptions in the community about what the Supertest is, and I'm here to dispel some of them. I see a question that what are the rewards? The rewards are many, and they're varied. There is actually a armory for the testers that features things that are not available everywhere or all the time. That's all I can say.
Yep.
And one of the misconceptions on the topic of rewards is actually that things are free. Like, sure, yeah, everything in this Frontier Armory, you can't pay anything with a credit card there, but it's definitely not free. There's a lot of input you have to provide. There's time spent, energy invested. So, no money, sure, but it's not free, not as such. So yeah. Other than that, I can tell everyone a little bit about what Supertest actually is.
Yeah, let's do that.
Supertest primary focus and task set before the group is testing of a version. So before a version is released, we go through many tests, internal, external. There's a whole pipeline. We integrate things 6 to 8 weeks before release. And the external testing is a part of it. And this is Supertest. This is the primary goal of the Supertest. It's technical tasks, technical checks, bug hunting, it's feature examination. There's feedback to be provided. It's an early sample for us of what the feature is like, and so on and so forth. We use it sometimes immediately. Most of the time, later down the line, we can't really use it immediately. The deadlines are too tight. So yeah, if anyone in this audience right now thinks that Supertest is testing ships on live, it is not. It's not the primary goal. This is what everyone sees. So yeah. You do get to test ships, but it's not the primary focus. And to answer Andrew's question, no, I stay away from cursed spinach. My poison of choice is whiskey sours usually. Yeah.
Good
What's
choice.
the we had a question, what is the requirement to join the Supertest? They are listed in the page. If you click it open and check out the portal article.
Yeah, I'm
there
sure we
are
have a link
requirements there.
ready.
Yes.
The
but-
requirements are English language, first and foremost, because we can teach you a lot of things, but we need a language to teach you those things in. So for this particular realm that we are streaming on, I believe English is a first tongue, so no issues there. I guess we can use translators, but we prefer not to. We need raw opinions. We need raw perspective. We want to know what you think and feel. Other than that, it's 1,000 battles and at least 3 classes of tier 10 ships, and then so on and so forth. Actually, don't remember off the top of my heart. I need to open the same. I have it open. You have to be 18 years old, so of legal age in Europe. You need to play and you need to stay up to date, because we actually are in front of the date, if you will. So an understanding of what is going on currently and what we are changing. You need to know what's going on now in order to know easy understand what we are changing. And yes, we do require you to play nice with others. But yeah, and access to Discord. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. There was a question earlier about what kind of tasks there are in Supertest. If you don't mind me answering based on my experience.
Yeah, sure. You
I
can
do
go
that.
ahead. I missed it entirely.
Yeah. So I used to be an ST. Long before joining Wargaming, I was in the program for probably 4 or 5 years. And I just to give like a really, let's say a really concrete example. When we first introduced submarines, we would take a whole bunch of STs into a training room and dive and beach ourselves around islands and make sure we don't get stuck. Because we had just introduced, for example, like underwater maps and testing that the game doesn't break when you're underwater and all that kind of stuff. That's the kind of stuff you do in ST. It's not necessarily is the ship good, it's is the game broken.
Yeah, it's not all
Yeah,
the fun stuff all the time. Sometimes it's just making sure things are functional.
Yes, it's if you think Supertest is playing the game, most of the time it isn't. It's trying to break stuff in the game. So testing is actually testing. I mean, sure, there's a whole community. It's a group of around 600 people at the moment, and there's fun to be had. But on the sessions themselves, it's 2 hours of trying to do specific things rather than just willy-nilly going shooting up everyone in your site.
All right, Vu. So you're in a division with us on
I know, and I'm trying. I didn't make a tier 10 ready.
Okay.
Sorry.
All good.
We can jump to a different tier if you have a different tier ready. But
now I'm already almost there. So
say for those of you, there is a wild legionnaire in chat, also hyping up the ST. Always a pleasure
hello
to
there.
see Legionnaire.
It's been a while.
Also, just there's a question that's been asked. So Voodoo, if you have an answer, ST's recruiting is nice, but why is recruitment only PvP battles? Have you thought about counting PvE battles?
We need people that understand the PvP context simply because this is where the majority of the test is and where the other secondary tasks of the group are. So this is why we set this minimum in PvP.
Yeah. To answer you, H07 Hotshot. Okay, I got it. Hotshot. The tasks are assigned. It's not just like a blanket go out, play the game, try to break it. Generally, in each session, there will be a focus or two.
Yeah, each version comes with a whole list of specific tasks.
Yeah.
For the given version, made by the developers who have worked on the whatever it is for the version. So it's pretty specific. Yes, actually, it's as specific as it can be. I'm ready. Sorry for the delay.
Yeah, let's hop into battle, play some games together.
I say for those of you looking to be a volunteer and to work, and to do some things for World of Warships, there really hasn't been a better time in a very long time because we obviously have ST, which is the point of all this. I'm going to shamelessly plug, though, we're also looking for wiki volunteers. So there is an announcement on the Discord if you are
interested
in applying to be a wiki volunteer. Those applications are open until the end of the month. Just had to slide that in there, but we can go back to talking about Supertest now.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Yes, fine, without shame at all.
Internally, we don't really differentiate volunteers. I mean, we don't. Actually, the rewards are pretty similar, and the accesses are, I guess, somewhat different when it comes to pre-production server instances. But other than that.
Right, well, we are now in a battle. What a wild time to be alive.
Yeah, sorry about that.
All good.
No.
I'm not. This is not my shtick. Playing publicly is not.
you guys need to give Voodoo a press account on NA and take him into battle with you. Well, boy, oh boy, do I have news for you. Because
Voodoo is
Well,
now
maybe-
called CC225.
the third person in our div in that press account over there may in fact be Voodoo Popeye.
Yeah, I couldn't rename it, and I only have one account on. What time is it? It's past bedtime, but it's it's happy hour. I can tell you that much, Clyde.
Are the super tests time specific? Like all the super testers need to be online for playing at Monday 10 a.m. CST? Yes. Generally, there are a couple of sessions per version that you are required to attend. They vary a little bit depending on the version, but they will stay relatively consistent. And on top of that, you can complete a certain number of the testing tasks on your own time. But for things, for example, if we're testing a certain kind of player interaction mechanic, then you will need to be online with the other super testers at the assigned session.
And as far as is there a time requirement? Yes. If you want to be in any of the volunteer programs, you have to do the volunteering.
Specifically for the sessions, because tests go on. I mean, there's super testers from all realms. Those times are realm specific and are usually in the evening for any given realm. So Asia will do their evening, EU will do their evening, and NA will do their evening for super test. You are able to join a different realm in a different time if it suits you better. If you're working in the evening or have night classes or a wife, lover, so on and so forth. I'm not judging here, just saying.
Oh, I agree. Tradition dictates that Voodoo must play Alliance for the stream.
I must play.
Alliance,
play
the
something, okay.
submarine.
Oh no! Why are you doing this?
Oh,
to
looks like
me?
the seal immediately killed the Stalingrad.
That happens sometimes.
That does. Sometimes it's just the way it is. We've all been in a ship where just torpedoes that were fired speculatively at the beginning of the match just decide that today is not our day.
Ooh, I'm clever.
Yeah, I just fired 24 speculatively, and I've hit nothing. So good on the steel, I guess. I'm already out of my depth playing on a different realm.
Yeah, we're really
You want to put me in a
throwing you
submarine?
straight into the fire. Well, that poor clubber is stuck on an island.
He's got a Sherman behind him.
Yeah,
Probably
I
like the one DD he doesn't want to be facing.
Yeah, he's in a pretty rough spot. Gonna be real with him there.
Yeah, for sure. Like, look, we have requirements, but we try to accommodate as much as we can beyond, as long as the requirements and what is set before the group can be done, we'll accommodate. It's a large group, so sometimes it's not the easiest thing to do, but we try nonetheless.
Do you have a timeline for when people apply? How do they
Why
apply?
is there
and how
Hawaii
long it'll take?
charging at me? This is unfair. Hello? I am speed juking him really well, though.
The Chateau Renaud is pretty good
PN09,
at that.
is that penetration nation, or am I mistaken?
I believe that's part of their cluster, but that would be a zuiKatsu question. You know if PN09 is penetration?
I have no idea.
Also, it is disconcertingly quiet in this room with these headphones on. I'm used to always hearing the whir of the PCs. There's the building's AC, and with these on, it is dead silent.
Oh, look, so to everyone, here's a funny thing that just happened before the stream started. So we tested this audio and all, right? And we tested it with them having the headphones on with Gizmo and zuiKatsu. And then they went on to the other mics, and I didn't disconnect from we were on the Discord call. We just stayed on. And then the difference was just amazing, and I was like, this is not going to work. And then we started, and they switched, And then I was like, okay, so it's gonna work after all. But then it didn't. So, testing, right?
Yeah.
Technology works right up until you need it to.
My favorite high school professor used to say, an ounce of practice is more valuable than a ton of theory, which is what we have just displayed here.
Yes, indeed.
I'm surprised by the lack of questions. I was hoping that I was gonna be able to spill more tea.
Yeah,
for
guys, we
beans.
brought Voodoo Popeye on for the explicit purpose of tea spilling, and there is not enough tea to be spilled.
Well, as much as I can, but that's why I'm here. And
I mean, this is an American stream. Tea spilling
Yes.
is an American tradition.
It's your shtick. Yes, yes, exactly. Yes, thank you.
We should go to Boston Harbor and bring it back.
Boys, I could do a YOLO run on the Yamato and the Colombo here, but there's a Brenos in the background.
Yeah. All those spoil sport cruisers.
What is the weirdest bug found by an ST? Do we have sort of a contender for that?
The weirdest one. I mean, there's hundreds. Oh, wow, this is a good question. I'm gonna have a listen. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but if there's any testers here, you can DM me on Discord because they're under NDA, so I don't want to get them in trouble. Or alternatively, I will dig it out tomorrow, and this question will be answered on the stream. From the recent memory, what was game breaking? I can't think. Mostly because these things are not really funny to me.
Yamaha is up there.
I have to. Yamato Kai was up there, yes, but it's a bit of an older one, and everyone knows about that one. So,
I can think of
Okay,
one from previous ST that is so old it's no longer relevant, I would say. So it's initially when we were testing, I believe FDR, her planes just like ignored flak entirely. They were, I'm not sure why. I'm not sure anyone knew why, but back in testing, you could just speed boost through flak and nothing would happen.
As opposed to now, when FDR planes care immensely about flak.
Yeah, exactly.
Gizmo,
FTW.
while we all say British instead of British, it's because you colonials threw all the tea into the harbor. Well done.
Are there certain PC requirements to be a super tester? I don't believe they're listed, but you should be able to run the game. That's about it.
yeah, there's from hardware requirements. We do require you to be able to run at least one separate instance, preferably two. So that's around, off the top of my head, 120 gigs. Because testing instances do require you to install an additional client. Other than that, we actually prefer to have a variety of hardware setups, simply because in our pipelines, the way we deal with things going wrong or so on and so forth, we do prefer to have many different ones. This gives us a better sample size. So other than the HDD space that you need to run at least one testing instance, preferably two, because we do have a secondary task of the Supertest is prototype tests. These are very different from version testing. These are early stage development tests. They are usually run on a separate server, not the one we use for the primary test. And this is where your Supertester's feedback is much more, I can't say valuable, but relevant, because it can be actioned. There's things that you can directly impact. The feedback on the Supertest side is more indirect. It's collected and then worked on if and when things are being worked on again.
Let's see. So a comment in chat. Your time, no money, just rewards. That is correct. You do not get paid money. This is not a job. Although there was a job posting also on Discord. Gonna throw back to that. So check out the announcement on Discord posted by Barkrond.
Yes, we are looking for a balanced game designer. And some of the volunteers applied. Two, as far as I know, at least two.
Would you look
But
at
yeah, Supertest, as any other group, is voluntary, purely. We don't write up this requirement. We sort of, it goes unmentioned. There isn't a single volunteer I know that is not hugely passionate about the game. So, should it be a requirement? Not necessary, but motivation-wise, it helps a lot. And when one is motivated from experience with large groups of people, not only here but elsewhere as well, motivation plays a big part in how successful one is.
Yeah, a lot of the rewards you get out of Supertest, or let's say like, yeah, rewards. Let's call it rewards. They do depend on you, kind of like, not only doing what is the baseline required of you, but also making your own initiative, doing more for the program. Let's say.
Also, just to quickly jump
Homegrown.
in, what tier do we want to do next, fellas?
8,
8.
Tier 8 it
because
is.
I
Let's
have
go.
that ready.
Yeah.
You got it.
Since we're doing tier 8, I'm gonna grab one of the rewards you can get from being an ST for a certain amount of time. It is the Alabama ST. I'll show it off in the port here.
Thank you. Wait on this account.
Yes. So it is in Alabama through and through. There's nothing particularly special about it other than the cool camo.
What do you mean? It's the coolest Alabama there is.
Out of
It's
all
the
Alabamas,
OG Alabama. This is the Inception Alabama.
Yeah, this is the one that would get you team killed on NA if you played it.
yeah.
But this is one of the things you can get as part of ST. I believe this is the next level up of the camo. There are 2 ST camos for the Alabama ST. There's the black and gold one, and there is this red and white one. So this one I believe you'll get first, and the black and gold one you get at a later date after you've been tenured as an ST for a while.
I thought it was white and gold or black and blue. Again, showing my age, chat. If anyone calls me Unk,
Homegrown Cowboy, you should be reaching a page on the forum where there's quite a large set of instructions, and you can leave a reply with a sign up. If you're not, I'm sure. Who's behind? Sir Snarf can whisper you the link to it. I think I can get it to him.
Yeah, I think we're all
Knight
reading
Rider.
this in
Yeah,
links.
you probably just joined. We mentioned this. So most of the testing is done in a PvP context. Some tasks are PvE, but there's less of them, and they're very far in between. So everyone that does PvP can test PvE, and for PvP is the bread and butter of the game. So this is why this is a requirement. But don't be discouraged. There's I don't believe that the requirement is too high. 1,000 battles, people pretty much do. I mean, most people do. And there will be an academy again for sure. Probably next year, but yeah.
Yeah. I did have the question not here, but over on Reddit that I fielded. What is like the technical requirement to being an ST? Like, do you need to be like really proficient technically with the game and with computers in general, or?
Game knowledge is, well, not a hard requirement, but it will help you a lot. And yeah, being familiar with development and integration workflows, bug reporting will help you, but this is what the academy is for. So we will help you. That is why English language is a requirement. We will use it to help you get to where you will be comfortable doing it. There is a structure in the group, in addition to it being quite large, that supports this. There's Supertest coordinators and squad leaders that are present on sessions, that review feedback with you, review bug reporting. Also, the academy will give you a sample what it is. So if it's not for you, you don't want to do it, it's not what you thought, the stakes are still pretty low, you can opt out. But yeah, and it's a really helpful bunch, although, I mean, a very helpful yet deviant bunch, but so yeah, it'll help you, but it's not a blocker if you don't.
Yeah. Also worth pointing out on chat here, someone was saying that Sir Snarf was the one who tested the exploding boo powder. It was not Sir Snarf, that was Legionnaire. Sir Snarf, as has been pointed out, was responsible for the exploding Discord server.
That was untested.
Wow.
We
shut
have
up.
somebody from the volunteers in our super tester. He's on the other side.
Oh, no kidding.
Oh, yeah.
Speak of the devil.
So whenever you guys see a ship that you are a little bit unfamiliar with, for example, in this game it is the Fort Worth here. Chances are it's an ST or CST, which is another program, a volunteer program, or someone from one of the volunteer programs,
Or it could be a wiki editor. Could be a
or an
wiki editor.
employee,
Or an employee.
or an employee,
Or an employee.
But those are the guys who you'll see in those test ships. They get the ships early just to make sure nothing is horribly broken. We do generally take a look at the overall performance of the ship, but it's not a big part. Again, it's not a big part of the test.
It's not. It's important, but it's not the priority. It's not the first thing for a super test group. Other groups may have higher priority on testing ships on live. I have to bug out to the B because I'm just going to be permanently hydrated and radared by
that
the
Fort Worth is going to be a thorn in our side
Yeah.
over here.
He
are in
did
fact
gain
a-
a really good position for that ship, and there is, if the Ohio doesn't make it down the one line, he can sit there forever.
Yep.
So we are in fact in a tier 8 division in a tier 10 battle.
It does happen.
Yeti, why are you pulling this question on me?
Is there a name for it?
What is it? I mean, yes, it's NDA. That's the name.
Okay,
the
okay.
name is NDA. And
That makes
who's
sense.
on
That
first?
makes sense.
Sorry, who's on first? Where? What?
Oh, no, I just Hal,
That might be a cultural joke.
yeah, I think that might be.
I'm not in sync with US jokes anymore. I spent a lot of time on that side of the pond, but that was long ago.
Well, who's on first is a very old joke. Abbott and Costello. Gosh, when was that?
Oh my God, that's like Abbott and Costello. That's 60, 70 years old.
Yeah, no.
By the
it's
way, that Fletcher has a really cool name, actually.
Fletcher.
I should compliment him just for the
Salty Sea
name.
Scourge. Yeah, that's a good one. I do appreciate getting some creative names every once in a while. Do see a few that are disturbing, but for every disturbing name, there's a good one.
I mean, I can see the humor, but sometimes they're across, and you know, as somebody who's tasked with implementing game rules, at least within the group, sometimes I find I'm not too happy when I have to,
Enforce the rules.
exert my authority, so to say.
I think before the stream we were debating what title we would give him, and he suggested SD Daddy because it's like you're hurting kids.
I am older. And yes, everyone it's required to be of age, but that doesn't stop the group from acting like children most of the time. And they know it, and I love them for it. It's not like,
What is a CST? It depends somewhat on context. Could be a time zone. Central Standard Time.
Chances are they're talking about Clan Supertest, which is a different set of volunteers. Voodoo, are you also responsible for them?
so nowadays they have changed management. Void is now in charge, but I do poke my head in and out, helping him still a bit. Oh, hello, Fortward. Oh, what else has a radar? Oh, so it was Fortward.
I believe it's just over there, yeah.
I keep a watchful eye, let's say it like that.
Yeah, generally CST, you are invited as a clan to that program. It is pretty selective, and the clans themselves will basically provide members to the volunteer program who perform particular tasks, usually a little bit more specialized and less like version based than the normal STs. There isn't really a pipeline to get into CST, so it's not something that's generally relevant here.
Correct. On the CST side, we collaborate directly with clans, and then clans choose their membership. So we don't necessarily. Oh, that's Scratch One Fletch. We don't necessarily get directly involved in who is being there. We do, but not to get in there.
Yeah, not the individual members. Right.
Ouch.
I'm going to try and use my WASD hacks to avoid all these incoming shots.
I'm sorry, Finder Keeper. I see a thread of replies, but I don't see the original one, and I can't rewind now.
I believe Finder Keeper was asking about why, or was one of the people asking about why PvE was not included in the...
Yeah.
Which we did go over, but again, part of it is just PvP is the main sort of bread and butter of the game. And so having a good grasp on the PvP scene is important for being a super tester.
And I mean, look, I get the appeal of PvE. I played actually quite a lot, but it just doesn't give you a complete picture of what a lot of the times is in the testing tasks, and it is required by the devs to check.
Oh, oof.
And
Good
then
line.
there is the secondary task of testing ships and like, oh come on, I had torps on that. Who got it?
Let's see if those torps hit
Gizmo,
the
what
Ohio.
happened?
In Ohio happened.
Oh well, that does happen. Yes, overmatch. Bye bye.
Yeah, somebody put that island there to my left, and I couldn't get away from him.
Somebody.
We
I
should
will
have the
talk
super
to this
testers
person
look out
tomorrow.
who put that
No.
island there.
I know. I also know who can move it away.
Oscar. Oh my, we have a whole herd of CMs moving through the chat.
Yeah.
We had a Legionnaire, we have an Ensconce.
Oh, hello there. Hello, it's been a while.
Those drunken islands. I swear.
Oh,
they
I
move.
know. To the person back of the stage, the unsung hero, which is what super testers are, as a matter of fact. They are unsung heroes of this game because some of the testers, they've been around for 7 or 8 or 9 years, and they can't brag about it at all. They never get public recognition, so here's some. Well done, guys. Anyway, to the person behind the... I just committed suicide by Atago. Sorry. Snarf, the thing we spoke about to extend the special invitation, I think you remember. So I forgot, but I remembered now. So we need to I'll come back to that. Okay. Right. As soon as I die, which will be now? How am I going to
Very
torp him?
eloquent.
He
Beautifully
has
said.
Hydra running.
He totally missed his shot on you.
Yes. I guess speed joking works. I'm gonna kill him with guns now.
Yeah, Caustic is a
Go,
great
go,
little ship.
gadget guns.
Stolen yet again.
Sadness.
Kill
Sadness.
secured.
There is a Fantask still, and that can eat me right now.
Yep. I think the Fantastic is pretty low, and you do outspot him by a decent margin. So
So there is a fly
Oh,
or something.
Binder Keeper, you can disable that entirely, and it works. I can totally understand that. Hello, Edgy. How are you? Are you here to keep an eye on me? Make sure I don't say many things.
well, I see. It seems like you've been our lucky charm because our games are all going pretty smooth so far.
It's just because I'm new to the realm, beginner's luck.
Oh yeah. Nicely done.
Looks like we did pretty well. But again, top of the division, top of the team. This
Ultron,
is
not
why you
for
get
the
to be
lack.
Supertest Daddy.
Well, as long as they get to be a daddy.
go.
It's just I am of age. Come on,
Feeling spicy tonight,
Ultron,
chat?
Ultron. Not for the lack of trying. It's a difficult one. I'll say that. That's all I'm gonna say. It's not. Sometimes they are so deep we can't, and replication is not. It's sporadic. It's. I can't say more. Sorry, but it's not for the lack of trying.
All right.
Someone
are we still
mentioned
doing
add
tier
an
eights?
NDA flag. Well, there isn't an
I even sent
NDA
I
flag.
had a task force for that for some time.
But you can see I do have the matching black and gold flag
It is a
for
very
ST.
pretty camo.
On the Alabama ST. It's right up there at the top of the screen. All right, which tier are we doing now? If no one's taking suggestions, or if you guys aren't gonna suggest, let's go back to tier 9.
Let's go back to tier 9.
Let's go back to tier 9.
Sounds like we're going back to tier 9. Which means that I need to find a ship. I'm not seeing anything in chat. Cambridge, please. All right, I will try the Cambridge. It is
Devils,
not a ship
I
have a ton of experience in.
believe.
You know
I
what?
believe you've applied. I think I saw your application. I don't see a stopper. Or at least I don't. Here's something from my testing experience. It's better to try and fail than to fail to try. So, I don't see a stopper. You can come around. We can have a look. Try it out. See how it works. Wow, I'm seeing a bug on my screen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So see how on the stream all 3 ships are listed in the division? I can only see my own.
Oh yeah. That's
some
that's
reason.
definitely a long-standing one.
Oh yeah, right now I don't see. I see myself and you, Voodoo, but zuiKatsu does not seem to have a ship.
But on my screen, all 3 are fine. So
Which is why your
there
screen
you
is the
go.
one that's on the stream. Oh no, we did it. Hi, a question I've been asked many times before, but I feel the need to keep asking. Given the state of the PC market, can the devs please take a look at FSR 3.0 or XESS implementation?
Well, you're just saying letters and numbers now
I
to me.
was just Yeah, I really wish I had a better answer, but I would need to know what
For-
those terms mean. in
Yes,
order to-
for context, FSR 3.0 is AMD's, and XESS is Intel's implementations of upscaling via like dedicated hardware on their respective graphics cards. I believe FSR is actually hardware agnostic, but it is a way to get more frames per second, basically, by rendering at a lower resolution, and then there's some software trickery to upscale it. NVIDIA's is notoriously like the most mature, let's say. DLSS, everyone knows about it. FSR and XESS are
Oh, DLS.
alternatives. Yes.
I've at least heard of that one.
That's. I mean, the question is fair.
Yeah.
But the question should be posted on the global Discord, written down somewhere in a thread or a feedback because then it can be forwarded and you can get a very specific answer. If they're able to give you an answer, then it can be very detailed and specific.
Both are hardware. Oh, I wasn't aware XESS was also hardware agnostic, but yeah, definitely for suggestions like that need to go probably more directly to development, the Discord is the best place. We, the community team, we take pretty much everything on Discord and Reddit, and we package it up nicely and we send it up the chain.
Also, it appears we have a rather well-known Valparaiso on our team. Just behind us.
So we do. Where is he? Right over there. He's actually.
I was trying to find our DLS 5 or DLSS 5.0.
Finder Keeper. That is a class and a ship. I've been sitting on people's heads about to a point where I'm not allowed on their floors anymore. And that's all I can say. The pipeline to produce a ship is actually quite long. It's around 9 months. So never say never.
Bring back RTS aircraft carriers. I don't think that's in the cards, but, you know, you're free to dream, kiddo.
I don't.
Don't get me wrong. I loved RTS carriers. They were my most played class, I think, way back in the day. But the balance of them was not in a good position. USS Pennsylvania went. You know, I think I saw something on Reddit the other day. We are running out of states to name U.S. battleships after.
There are certainly.
There's no way there is 50 states, 50 USBBs in the game.
We're getting close. I think we're at like 40 something, aren't we?
U.S. Navy battleships.
I mean,
no.
Right? There's 3 tech lines. So, I mean, admittedly, the 2 of the tech lines are just 3 ships each, but that's still a decent number of tech tree only, and the number of premium battleships is also fairly high.
Okay, well, I don't know. I mean, I have some
USS
pretty
Greenland.
funny
Oh,
thoughts on this, but they're very political, and this is not the forum. I have to keep reminding myself. I don't usually do this public. Whatchamacallit?
the public-facing stuff.
Yes, so I have to bite my tongue a bit, which is why I keep crying. What is my favorite ship in the game? It's a toss-up between the Grozovo and the Smolensk.
Interesting.
It mostly depends on the feel.
So I'm surrounded by some DD players, because I know I have the world's best Kaba player sitting next to me here.
I don't think I can say that.
It's a good thing you didn't say it. I did.
Oh wow, these torpedoes are coming from a very odd angle. Luckily, I have a super heal.
So the Cambridge is a really weird cruiser because it's essentially just a Baltimore but with 305mm guns. So you lose out on one gun per turret, but obviously each individual gun is bigger. And in addition to that, you have a super heal, which is just a very odd thing to have on a cruiser that is otherwise not particularly durable.
Well, that's why you have it.
Don't get me wrong, that's a good point. Same with, the British light cruisers, not very durable, but have the super heal to recover a lot of that health.
Well, our good friend Sea Lord Mountbatten is pushing up, so I'm just gonna go with him.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow him in, I think.
I mean, if you hydro that Chung Mu, it's not gonna last long.
My hydro is down now, so I'm just walking into it. Oh, the plane.
He's sensible. He buggered off. I can
right
engage it with guns.
Yeah, that's what I'm
try
doing.
at least a bit far away.
I have my Valparaiso secondaries behind me.
Let's see. It looks like someone in
really
Twitch chat confirmed there are 36 USBBs in the moment. But considering that Alaska and Hawaii are already in the game as cruisers, and of course they were territories for the time of the game in question, that brings us to 38 out of 50. So we've got a dozen left.
Here's those Chungamu Torps.
That'll last us a year or two, I think.
I think we can we make a dozen U.S. battleships in a year, one per month?
No.
Year of the
No.
U.S. battleship.
No, I mean, theoretically we can, but in order to achieve it in the next year, we should have started almost a year ago. So, yes and no. But if Killer Bean sees this VOD, God knows what will happen.
That's true. There's a famous
I'm
copy
sure
paste
he's watching
now.
going around on Discord of Killer Bean saying that because of all the copy paste ships, USS New Jersey is not coming. So you did it, kiddos.
That's why. That's what he said.
Yes.
Okay.
It's just another Iowa. Why would we need to?
Why would we
implement
want it? I don't get it. We already have 3. What's the 4th?
I mean, they are legendary, so there's that.
I don't know what you're talking about. Never heard of them.
I mean, not in terms of like game rarity, but rather, I mean, come on, the last year's, is it correct? Last year's
Yep.
camouflage for Missouri, that's brilliant.
That was good looking. Big fan of that. And the Wisconsin just is a great looking ship. I think out of all the Iowa sisters,
What am I radar by now? Wichita?
Missouri.
God.
it could be Missouri. Yeah, everyone always forgets that battleship radar.
Oh no, he's too far. I
We
think.
have. No, he's too far.
Yeah.
It's not Missouri. No, it's a Wichita. Oh God. Go Gadget Kuznetsov. Ouch.
Not enough. Not enough. I thought the carrier was behind this island. But apparently I'm wrong.
I look, arms and legs guy. I just test. I'm not content. I don't do release dates. I don't know. I wish I knew, but I don't. If I did, I couldn't tell you, but I don't, so I can't.
Exactly.
I wouldn't tell you even if I did. Ow, this hurts. I'm surrounded. There's no way out. Come out with your hands up. Oh boy.
Oh my God! You deleted him though.
That is what the Cambridge is good for. So thank you to whoever recommended the Cambridge. Looks like.
Oh,
Sea
Pine
Lord
Keeper, it's
Mountbatten
a
is here,
brilliant part of the world.
rolling it up in the.
I wish I
Valparaiso.
could often visit it more often. Although I'm not excluding a ride down that coast next summer, not spring. Maybe this autumn, but probably next spring.
Why do we keep talking about rare ships? Well, this is a World of Warships live stream. But as a general trend, I swear I had
There's a
an
thought there.
You know, I swear I had an ending to that sentence when I started it, and yet, by the time I finished speaking, the ending of that sentence was gone. Blew
Oh, you
away,
fell into a mental well. It happens to the best of us. Don't worry.
like leaves in the wind drifting through the night. Just fluttered off.
I finally found the Yorktown. Come here. Okay, I thought I missed.
I thought he was gonna live with 50 health there.
Showing off the strength of those ZH1 guns.
If you shooting the sunken ship goes on the main channel, you will riot. Well, good news, bud. This is already on the Twitch. The Twitch. Man, I am old. It's like when my dad calls it the Facebook. It's I saw this here meme on the Facebook.
The face what?
The Facebook. It's not just Facebook, it's the Facebook. At least according to my parents. Or the Instagram, or the TikTok.
There is only one of them. I
mean-
guess except for
mean,
TikTok.
grammat-
There's two of those.
There are two.
Grammatically, they are being very pedantic and correct.
Yes, pedantic does describe my family. Leave the MySpace alone.
Somehow, the fact that I'm here has not made it to
Arms
to
and
my
legs guy.
Discord
Yeah,
servers,
no, I am a fan.
and everything's quiet. I'm surprised.
The arms and legs guy. I got a joke for you. Ready? How do reavers clean their battle harpoons? They put them through the wash. That's a joke for all three of you Firefly fans in chat.
I thought he would slide more into my airstrike, but apparently not. My God. I guess we'll have to do it the old-fashioned way. My safe space.
Can I have like a my safe space bubble around my ship so all the torpedoes that I definitely should have seen coming just go away?
I think they call that hydro.
No. I saw them coming, and I could have reacted but didn't. I need an additional bubble after the hydro.
There is one ship in the game that does have one of those.
That's true. The Yimeng. You're right.
All right, what are we thinking now? Voodoo.
Voodoo, do we have
Do you
for
want to
another
play
round?
one
Thinking?
more?
No, I'm not thinking anymore.
Okay.
It's almost 2:00 in the morning, so
Let's leave you
can-
to it then.
Yeah, I think we will let you go. You are off the hook,
I
as it
mean-
were.
No more questions. I'm surprised there's because most of the time, as according to my guys, everyone has a lot of questions they want to know. So now here's an opportunity to ask them, and then nobody's asking them. I don't know. Anyway,
will you
can-
be on the EU stream tomorrow as well?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
And I need to find that most funny bug in recent memory to answer that question tomorrow. But long TLDR, NA stream, there is a application on the portal. Go and apply if you fill the requirements, see how it is, check it out, don't check it out. That's all for me. Thank you very much for having me. I'm gonna go to bed.
Yes.
Yes. Good night, night. It's been good to have you on stream. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Bye bye everyone.
Yes. See you around. Okay. We can get these headsets off.
Yes.
It is
Oh my
very
goodness.
hot in this room.
And
I
arms
just
and
saw
legs
another
guy,
question.
I understand why I am off your Christmas card list, and I would really love to apologize, but I'm not. That joke was funny.
Cernanos, are there live rewards for being super tester? Yes. Rewarding you with rewards that would be taken away doesn't sound very intuitive.
Yes.
All of the rewards you get for participating in Supertest are on the live server. All right, what are you thinking now?
Well, we've done tier 10, we've done tier 9, we've
Done
done
tier
tier
8?
8.
Are we going down?
I think we should go down. I think we should go down to
The people want tier 2?
So you want tier 2? I couldn't tell if that was tier 2 or tier 5.
I guess it could be 5, but let's do. I guess it's tier 2.
Tier 2 it is. I will bring my Smith. Chat, should I bring Smith or should I bring Mikasa?
There aren't many options.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have many tier 2 ships.
Is it evil if I bring my Yamamoto?
I think that's mandatory.
Okay. Apparently I'm out of slots in my reserve, so let me quickly
Dismiss someone
free up
who
some
has
of those.
no points on their captain. Smith Mikasa div. Are you bringing? What are you bringing?
I'm bringing Tachibana.
Okay, then I'll bring the Mikasa because that's close enough to Smith. Let's see, tier 2 battleship. There should only be one result.
Fun random. The randomest fact of all time. Tachibana and Tachibana Lima are the only ships in the game whose AP cannot bounce.
Because it is incredibly small.
I'm not sure why that is.
It's only 76 millimeters.
Yeah,
So
they're very tiny little guns, but their AP can't bounce. Notably, their AP also has less alpha than their HE.
could
Yeah.
we increase the secondary range of Mikasa a bit more? We could. We could. Full 21-point commander on a tier 2. Oh, absolutely. I have 21-point commanders on my tier 1s, and those aren't even premiums. That's just assigned to it.
You're one of those 40,000 battles and Black Swan players.
Not quite. But no, my preferred poison for tier 1 is probably the Eerie.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
That thing is OP.
Eerie looks really funny. It like looks almost like the toy boat. Like
It
Easter
really
egg.
does. It looks like someone took a normal boat and made it way thinner and like stretched it vertically in
Yeah.
like Photoshop. Small indeed.
Yep, they are very small. Are they going to do another grand trial for playtesting? That I'm not sure about, but it did prove to be very popular.
Love to see you guys playing tier 2. I think the most fun is had in the low tiers. I think there is a lot of fun to be had in low tiers.
It's a different kind of fun for sure.
It's certainly a different kind of gameplay. I wish we had more dreadnoughts, like more low tier battleships.
Yeah, that's true.
And also, I think that there was a very interesting period, sort of right before World War I, where a lot of designs were being considered. And for instance, if anyone's read or listened to the classic War of the Worlds, the torpedo ram Thunderchild, torpedo rams were such a fascinating concept. And I think having one of those as like a tier 2 destroyer would be very, very interesting.
I see two questions. The 2026 roadmap discussing ops for low tiers, was that serious or part of April Fool's Drift? There was nothing that was a joke in the roadmap. That is all serious.
Yeah, the roadmap is the way it is.
And AALG, I have Arkansas beta on my EU account.
I have Arkansas beta on my NA account. I do not have a Waukee alpha. I joined right at the end of the alpha test, so I did not get the Waukee alpha. You had to do a certain amount of participation. I didn't quite hit that mark.
Yeah. The lore is that it's very simple. I was going to school in the UK when the game came out. If that dates me a little. And as a result, my first account was on EU. That's all it is.
That's the lore. See, we're spilling all kinds of tea on this.
Yeah, exactly.
I received more Krakens and other awards playing Smith. I don't doubt that. It is so easy to get Krakens in this Smith. I think I have like an 8 or 9 kill game in the Smith, and I don't think that was an outlier. I think I probably have more than one 8 or 9 kill game in the Smith. All you need to do super well in the Smith is to have your teammates do nothing.
Yeah. Definitely your teammates are the biggest threat.
The enemies aren't going to kill you. The problem is that if they take too many kills, you won't have enough. So you've got a full secondary range here of 2.8 kilometers, or 3.8 kilometers rather. You have a 10 kill game in the Charleston. Yep, that's just the way she goes. Now, technically, I could be shooting at some of these cruisers. I say technically because the odds of me hitting anything at this range are astronomical.
Astronomically
Astronomically
low.
It would be insane. If I hit both shots from a single turret on a cruiser at like 10 kilometers, I would eat this chair. I would eat my gaming chair. Zaf, good to see you. We were just mentioning you earlier. I was talking about how I ran into you the other day in a Brawl. You brought the Wichita, which I think we all agree is a bold choice.
Wide-spreading double torps.
I can't remember. I think we lost
think
that
we're
match,
going
but it
that
was
way.
very close. I was impressed with how close it was, considering they had 2 secondary battleships for the Brawl, and it was myself in my one scene and you in your Wichita.
Apparently widespread was not the play, but I think we have him with the guns.
I got 2 secondary hits on it. I'm going to just continue to advance phenomenally slowly. My top speed, even with a speed flag, is 18.9 knots.
Got a question. Was the recent machine gun reload Brawl a stress test for the game? That is actually the role of ST.
That is what ST
Speaking of ST, that is the role of ST. Those were not a stress test for the game. This is just blow off some steam, click some ships.
Yeah. I guess it did function that way, but that is not why it was done. But yeah, ST is... We're going to tell you specifically to try and break something. Now, it's not just break, as we said earlier, it's not just go into the game and try and break literally anything. There are targeted objectives. But the point of ST is to figure out the areas where the game can be broken.
Yeah, like I mentioned before, there's like, for some reason, these planes just don't take damage from flak. Why is that happening? I don't know, but an ST logged it, and it was fixed before the FDR came out, because that would have been bad.
That would have been quite bad. Yeah, you know, you're right. Considering the overkill that the AP on these guns is, firing HE might be the better move for the Mikasa.
Oh, there's those full pens with my AP. 1,000 damage in a salvo?
So I think these are 305s, if I'm not mistaken. They are. These are 12-inch guns.
Yeah, there was definitely like rendering issues in that Brawl. And obviously some ships also suffered from the whole tick rate thing where some turrets would stop firing, or I just realized there are teammates in the way there. Those torps are... I'm getting pink. I'm turning pink. But basically the there were definitely issues with the game surrounding those Brawls, and we just agreed that it is gonna last for 5 days, and then we deal with it.
Yes, for those of you that reported bugs with the Brawls on Discord or any of the other bug report channels, we did see them, and they went into the bug report stack. But the circumstances to create a lot of those Brawls are those bugs rather, are very, very unique. You don't have ships firing every 0.2 seconds with 16 guns outside of those Brawls very often.
Oh, my next gun target, Mr. Smith.
Look at that dispersion.
Is there fun to kill Bond? Well, it was requested of us. Sometimes you just want to hit some ships.
Sometimes you just want to hit the boat.
You know, I defaulted to the whole like fire a set of torps in front and a set of torps behind that I do in like high tier matches, and
These are bots, so
I definitely should have just fired them all at the green line.
yeah, that was not the most effective. Is it normal for the FDR planes to have a 30-second cooldown between torpedo drops? Yes.
Yes.
That is one of the
That
balancing
is-
factors for that ship.
That is like sort of the unique like drawback of the ship, let's say. Her strikes are large, and her bombers and fighters are very, very tanky. And the downside is that they take a little while to reload.
And also, that does apply if you start a run, but then don't click again,
Yeah.
as in you don't attack, you still have to wait that 30 seconds. So it's worth considering that in some carriers, you can sort of speculatively try and drop on a destroyer, like, oh, I don't know exactly where he is when we start the run, and hopefully run into him. If you do that in the FDR and you miss, you've got a full 30 seconds of nothing before you can try again. Will new ship this living turn? I'm afraid I don't know what you mean.
Not quite sure what's going on there. Even on a destroyer, I got a non-pen on the Smith with my AP.
Well, I did hit 3 shells from this. I mean, it was from like 2 kilometers, but I hit 3 shells out of 4. I am at 2.
1.
This could be the tie. He is running around the island. Just going to very slowly chug along.
Yeah, all those shells unrendering. I will say that is not the first time I've seen that personally. Again, circling back around, I was an ST for a while, and when Smolensk and Colbert were under test, there were certain training rooms where shells just simply vanished because there's too many of them in the air. You can imagine having a full training room of super testers, all playing Smolensk or all playing Colbert. It got very, very difficult for the servers to do anything about it.
Kazuko-kun, I don't know if you're unfamiliar with the state of Discord and Twitch chat. There has not been news on the Yari. But if you'd like to keep up to date on that, I would advise you to keep an eye on what Texas Fried Chicken says on our Discord. Because Texas Fried Chicken asks about Yari every day. And has done for about
Probably
a month and a half now.
Yeah.
I think the last time I saw the thread, it was at like 45 days as of
Plus
this
1
morning.
month. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, he almost got me. I lived.
Oh, the bot got the kill. The bot getting the kill on a player. That's certainly something.
Oh, I beat you. Just barely.
Just barely, but I got the extra kill.
No, that's true. Alrighty, now we go tier 7.
Now we might want to go back up. Tier 2 is fun, but it perhaps is a little slow for our viewing audience. So let's bounce back up to tier 7 and see what we got here.
Tier
Chat.
11.
I mean, I suppose we could. I have 4 million or 4.7 million credits to lose, so we could do a tier 11. Leningrad. It's a good suggestion. I actually was surprised in the torpedo reload brawl a while ago with the tier 7 destroyers. I completely whiffed on the fact that Leningrad got a torpedo reload booster at one point,
And so did I.
and I was very nearly killed by it. Because I just thought I was going to kill him because he'd fired his torpedoes, and then he had more torpedoes.
I will bring out the Leningrad then.
You will bring out the Leningrad. All right, I will bring out one of my favorite tier 7 ships, the Indianapolis.
Oh, that is a good one. For those of you in the Discord who caught it, Indianapolis is one of the premium ships I've sold.
Can't believe you.
It was a dark time in baby zuiKatsu's life. I sold my Belfast and my Indianapolis.
You sold your Belfast?
Yeah.
Indianapolis isn't like super. I mean, don't get me wrong, but you sold your Belfast.
I actually don't know why that happened, but I was searching up because a player had a question like how do I restore a premium ship on the Discord, and I went and I logged in and I went through the process to show him, and I clicked on a little drop down, and lo and behold, it's Belfast, Indianapolis, and Loyang.
Well, did you
It's
get them
sitting there.
back?
No, I think I'll just let it sit there because it's funny. You can in fact get it back if you sold premiums and you have the resources sitting around on your account. You can request for them to be restored. It's not something that we like explicitly advertise like all the time. And it does place a load on CS to do so, but it technically is an option. If you go dig through our support system, there is actually like an automated drop down thing for them.
It's more of a, first of all, you do have to have the credits to take back.
Yes.
Right? You can't just sell it and then request the ship back and try and scam the system for infinite credits. The part of the process is the credits that were gained from the sale of the ship are taken back. Also, Finder Keeper sold the OG Belfast, can't get it back. No, he can get it back. He
I
just
just won't.
chooses not to. A creature of pure spite, zuiKatsu is.
Yeah, it is in like the drop down for me to request from support.
For Painzor's sake. No, I think for Painzor's sake, you have to...
I'll leave it there.
That's
I'll
where you
leave
have
it
to leave
ungone.
just to really rub it in. You had it and then chose to give it up.
Yeah, the drop down should only give you the option to restore ships that you have actually sold. You can't claim just random stuff. Your account does have the history of which ships you used to have.
Does the system list the credits required, or do we have to guess? It is...
I'm not sure, actually, that the credit cost is listed like when you submit the ticket.
I think there is a table in customer support where you can look up sort of how much compensation each
It does list it.
tier and class
I'm wrong.
is worth. Okay. I just checked the Discord for Texas Fried Chicken's messages. What a goat, keeping the dream alive. People like me who've been wanting the Yari for 1.5 years. Yeah, he's Texas is dedicated. Texas is a very dedicated player.
He's a man of focus?
Commitment. Sheer will.
But yeah, so for those of you who have accidentally sold a ship, there is recourse. Don't abuse the system. Don't request like a whole pile of them at once. I believe there's actually a cooldown on how often you can support the ticket. Submit the ticket.
One of the most important pieces of advice in the game: never sell your premiums ever. Yeah,
That is good advice.
I mean,
Do as I say, not as I do.
I'm trying to think if I've ever sold a premium ship. I've sold some stupid stuff. Like I've sold like modules only to then buy them back later. Therefore losing credits. For a long time, I would sell each ship in a tech tree to help me get the next one. But now I'm trying to go back through and buy all of them, which means that I have lost half the value in credits of all of those ships over time. So that has been a lot of credits on my account that just disappeared into the ether because I bought ships, played them, and then sold them. But I don't think I've sold premiums.
That's good. That's good.
If you sell Alliance, you will get Alliance in the next crate. I don't think that's a guarantee. Unless you have literally all of the other ships that the crate can drop, and then you try and...
But that would be karma.
That would be karma. And to be honest, why would you sell Alliance? It's the best premium ship in the game.
I have seen funny clips of Alliance Torps doing squiggles.
Yeah, no, there's certainly something. Again,
Now,
I think I'm the only CM, certainly the only CM here now that's gotten a kill with the Alliance on stream.
I think so.
Now, it was a ram kill, so it wasn't with the torpedoes. It was with the big torpedo. It
Yeah,
was with
the
torpedo
one large one.
that everyone has.
Of all the battleships to run into on this flank, it's the Kelowna. I just don't want to open up. The secondaries will kill me.
Joe Bobby, you're right. That is actually... We've been lying about what Killer Bin's job is. Killer Bin's job is to manually edit the crate drops so that whenever you sell a ship, the next ship you get is the one you just sold. If Killer Bin tells you on Discord that Bin does something else, Bin is lying. I speak the truth. Let's see, where are these ships?
Is Alliance faster than her torps?
Maybe?
Maybe with all the boosts up, yeah.
It's close, and that's the problem. And also, Alliance as a sub isn't particularly fast. It's no U4501.
I'm off looking for someone else to farm. That's not a scary secondary man. Fortunately, I think everyone here is a scary secondary man. The Kelowna and the Massachusetts.
Yeah, and there's a Deutschland around the corner. There he is.
Oh, I guess they smelled my torps and didn't continue.
Or the Deutschland had his hydro up.
That's part of smelling.
It's a sense of smell. The hydroacoustic search. Actually, you put the earphones up your nose.
Yeah.
So the Kelowna is stalking towards me here. I have my hydro up, but he's not quite close enough yet.
You do have a lot of friends there, so I think you can be reasonably confident in that corner.
Yep,
There
there is
Bismarck hanging out.
Bay. Go ahead and try and whack him in the side.
Ooh.
There he goes.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was rough for him. Still can't see that Kelowna, though. Really wish I could. He's just a bit close. There he goes. Yep, that stung a bit.
I think in Indianapolis, getting stung is about all you can ask for.
I don't know. I think the armor on this thing is fairly robust. I've never had a lot of complaints about the armor on the Indianapolis. And the guns are just fantastic, especially...
Yeah, that's definitely the case. At lower tiers especially, the American 203s are monstrous.
Yeah, no, this thing is a cruiser nightmare.
Well, the Z39 apparently just doesn't want to be near the cap, so I guess I'll take it. I'm not stealthy, but...
You're stealthy enough. It's kind of like that the old joke about outrunning the bear. It's right. You don't have to be stealthier than the other ship. You just have to be stealthy. Whatever. You know what I'm trying to say.
you had the right idea.
Gizmo needs a nap.
You don't have to be stealthier than the bear.
I hope I'm not the one spotting this Issei.
If you had to fight one bear-sized Leningrad or 50 Leningrads,
I will take the bear-sized Leningrad. Oh, lucky me.
I think
On fire.
50 bears the size of destroyers would be terrifying.
Well, they would like physically block each other, so maybe it's only like fighting one of them at a time.
I don't think it matters. I think fighting a bear the size of a World War II destroyer, fighting anything the size of a destroyer, would be a death sentence. I mean, it wouldn't fit in like the ring if you're boxing. I guess that maybe he gets DQ'd.
Yeah.
But
What if it's a
Oh.
aircraft carrier the size of a destroyer?
He'd move forwards. I suppose that being a secondary battleship, I should have expected that.
let's see. Been ages since World of Tanks gave good stuff like spaghetti in Florida. Again, now I'm getting a bit lost in the sauce potentially of the spaghetti. Will Wargaming consider another extension to ASIMs? The player base wants to know.
Yes, they have been extended quite a bit from the original intent. They will be going with 15.4, but I can't imagine they will stay away for too long.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Gizmo next batter, take out Arc B and have Zui and a DD as bait. I don't know if we're gonna have time for another battle at this rate. We are approaching the end of our stream, and also approaching the end of this battle. Seems like they might coincide.
I should have reload boosted my torps. I don't know why I didn't. Now I'm just sitting here tanking secondaries. Good stream, you too. Thank you. Always great to have you around, Thurback.
We always appreciate having our regulars in the chat. Oh, didn't quite get to secure the kill on that.
Played WoT for over a century. That is about as long as it has been alive.
What? Yeah, no, it's been around for a minute. Let's see, there's a smoke screen up ahead. I'm going to see if I can find out what's in that. Oh, look.
Kansas. Among
Well,
other things.
I was not expecting the Kansas to be in the smoke screen. Ow, wow, 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 wow. I was expecting the Z39 to be in the smoke screen. I was expecting the Kansas to be literally anywhere else. I'm committing a game return, but the Kansas did just fire.
I mean, if there is a tech tree battleship to do it against, it is those ones.
I don't know. I'd say I'd rather do it against a Nebraska.
I could see it, but it's just the reload on those ships is like quite just about long enough for you to turn around, you know?
That's fair. I was thinking accuracy and
Yeah.
volume of fire, because now he's almost definitely going to kill me. Oh, no, not quite, but it was
So
close.
the weird thing about Kansas is that it is like uniquely and the other tier 8 American battleships, tier like 7 and 8, they're uniquely less accurate actually than other lines, because the US battleship line does not get its accuracy mod until slot 6 at tier 9. So that's just like the weird quirk of it having it is a very strong mod, don't get me wrong. The slot 6 mod for 11% dispersion is crazy.
Yeah.
And you do get something else that's kind of cool, the main battery, secondary battery thing in
the range mod.
Yeah, in the third slot. But
a lot of times that's just too much.
yeah, as a result of that, compared to other ships with the same dispersion curve, the US battleships are actually slightly less accurate than you might imagine at the sub tier 9. But then once you get to that tier 9 spot, they become monsters.
Once upon a time, you could fail div an Umikaze into a tier 10 and bully battleships with 4 torpedoes every 20
Yes.
seconds. Yes, you could. You could just peck them to death.
And flood them, most importantly.
Yes. Beware the UU Vermont with full reload build. Yeah, no, that's true. Because the Vermont's unique upgrade improves its reload and goes in slot 5, you can forego the accuracy mod in slot 6 and get a 10% boost to your reload in slot 5 and a 12% in slot 6. I'm not sure exactly what that
shocked
comes
that
out to,
Z39's alive.
but it's a significant bit of reload you get there.
Don't think my torps have that range, but I can pray.
You fail div to tier 4 Clemson and dev struck 2 Colorados.
Oh,
We'll do 2 DDs, and I'm surprised the Clemson has the alpha to dev strike a Colorado, let alone 2 Colorados. But
like the Kansas is saying in chat, my torps ran out like a meter before they hit him.
I thought you were talking about the Kansas's torpedoes, and I'm like, I don't think he has them.
my torpedoes.
Your
on the
torpedoes.
Kansas.
That is just Clemson is a very, very strong destroyer.
Oh,
at tier
yeah.
4.
I think the weird kind of funny thing is, when you take Clemson's, I think it's the hull upgrade. It says your main battery, like the little rating bar, it doesn't budge, but you get like quite literally double the guns.
Yeah, no, because each ship becomes a double.
Which I'm not sure how that happened, but that has been a long-standing thing where people are just like what happens when you take the Clemson like B hull? Actually, you double your gun count.
Well, it's the same. Certain parameters are kind of hidden. For instance, in the next event pass, the Monahan.
Oh yeah.
Taking the upgraded hull also changes the torpedoes, which is not something that's visible sort of just by sight. And so if you're looking at the upgraded hull, and you're trying to figure out why are the torpedoes so much better? Because you have the same number of launchers. You lose guns, but the torpedoes go from being about 4 or 5 kilometer range to being like 9.2.
The new European battleships, they have crazy. They have crazy ballistics. That's like the main thing.
Yes.
When you're thinking about ships, for example, like most of the battleships that at like generally long range, they have like 12-second, 13-second flight times, and that's enough time for you to like hit your rudder and get out of the way. For Thor and Slava, for example, those things they appear on your side
Yes.
and into your citadel.
As a real quick, I believe we are just targeting the raid to Clive Plays Live. But thank you all for joining us for this Wednesday night stream here. I'm going to go ahead and loop it again. Twitch.tv/World of Warships. We started at 5 p.m. Central. I gotta commit to the bit.
Yep.
Gotta commit.
It'll be the same place, same time next
Same
week.
bat time, same bat channel. Yes, see you next week. Bye-bye, casters. Bye-bye, production team.
Yes.
Bye-bye,
And
Ripper
for those
200.
of you with great alarm clocks, tomorrow in the very early morning,
6 a.m. for our time.
some
but
balance changes to look forwards to.
I will not be there, I don't. I think 6
It is quite
a.m.
early.
Don't get me wrong. I am excited about these balance changes. They are exciting balance changes. You should see them. But if it's 6 a.m. for you, I think just getting the dev blog when you wake up will be the preferred experience.
Yeah.
But if you are awake, say hi to Barkond and Dylan for us.
Yep. I'll see you guys around. As always, thanks for being around.
See you next week, Captains.
There you go.